Hey, it's Heather Tracy here with Space Wizard Science Fantasy. A little change up for you guys. Since William C. Tracy, who needs no introduction at this point, is also putting books out during this campaign, I thought I would take the initiative and interview him since he's been doing everybody else's. So, hi!
Hello! Nice to be here.
So you've got not one but two books coming out during this campaign.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us about the How to Operate Your Body second round?
The second iteration. Yeah. So this was a book I put out last year as my first nonfiction book, How to Operate Your Body. It was something I actually started with my fellow karate instructors. And me coming from a mechanical engineering background and sort of putting the sort of biomechanics together and making some flexibility exercises and stretching, general posture and how to move. The first one was the legs, focusing on the lower body, and it was breaking down how to walk and how to move. So this one that's coming out is going to be how to operate your body, the arms. So continuing with the other set of limbs. So this is going to be some exercises, still have some stretching and flexibility in there, and then also breaking down what you do with your arms, how you move around, how you pick things up, how you lift, actions you can do with, moving around, picking things up, and manipulating things rather than the first one, which is walking around. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I have to say I haven't actually started on it yet, but but we'll get there. What with putting a campaign together and writing my other book, So as usual, an overachiever. But that will be coming out next year toward the end of the campaign, and then you will have another one to look forward to. I will have a third one coming out the year after that.
And so, speaking of your other book that you're currently writing, which is a progression fantasy,
right?
Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yes. So this one I'm having a lot of fun with right now. As you said, it's a progression fantasy, which if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a sort of numbers go up, people get more powerful. It's a newer genre of fantasy. Specifically focused on the main character getting more and more powerful over more books, and often will go through different villains. It's not always contained like some traditional epic fantasy. So this one is called Physical Magic. It's again drawing on my background with martial arts. I've actually wanted to do this book for a long time, but didn't really have the chops to do it, and I actually had about 12 chapters written. I took that idea and completely scrapped that and rewrote a completely new book. So this one is about a young girl who middle teenage years girl, who is on an island where the magic practitioners have to use this sort of Tai Chi magic, so they have to move their limbs, their arms, and everything, and put them in the precise places to make the magic work. Well, she was born with only part of an arm. So she has, down to elbow on one arm, she has the other full arm. So she can't do the exact positioning of her body to make the magic work. So that's where you start to get into the story. The other thing that happens is this is on a world where the tectonic plates move about 400 times as fast as they do on our world, which means you have islands literally colliding into each other during people's lifetimes, which I thought was really cool. And for those of you who know science, yes, that would cause horrible weather effects and nobody would be able to survive. So there's the gods of the world protect the people from the adverse effects, but they do have to deal with various tidal waves and tornadoes and hurricanes and volcanoes and things. So it makes it a little bit exciting to live there. But this is going to be coming out in November. It's going to be Saluka is the main character, disabled girl who's still learning to do magic when another island intersects the one she lives on with a new species of creatures that are seem to be bent on conquest. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be sort of a multi-book series, and you can get the first one on the campaign. It is also available on Royal Road. If you're familiar with that, that is a free website, so you can actually read some of it now. If you go to royalroad.com and look up me, William C. Tracy, you'll be able to find it. You can read the first few chapters. That's going to be released during the campaign. So you'll be able to read the first draft. It's going to be changed, but that's sort of the first draft of what's going to happen.
Yeah. sounds really exciting. I look forward to reading it myself.
Which you will.
Which I will. However, as copy editor, I only read the final draft so that I have no preconceived notions of what's going to happen, which makes editing for me more easier.
Copy editor.
Not more easier. Yes, copy editor. But one last question before we let you go.
Yeah.
So what is the book that you're most excited about for this next campaign, keeping in mind that your wife has a book coming out this next year?
Yes, I would say I'm most excited about only a chapter, which is Heather's new book. I honestly, no, I am really excited about this because I've been reading your stuff for 15, 20 years now, so you do actually have a few books under your belt. This is not your first time writing. You've been copy editing for the publishing company for a couple of years now, well, more than that. So yes, you are a very talented writer already. I'm excited about the story, and I'm looking forward to seeing both sides of it, which I haven't seen yet. So yes, looking forward to that coming out next year. Only a chapter.
You can also pick another one. That's not my book.
I am really excited for that one.
Yeah.
But yes.
All right. So we are going to let you go, and I will pass it back to him to continue these interviews through the rest of the month and take a look at the campaign when it launches on June 1st. It'll be running June 1st to June 30th. So we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.